What up guys, good morning, James here, aka the Pomp, and today we got a big review for you guys. Courtesy of Hedgeline, we've received BluMaan Styling Marakai or Meraki, whatever you want to call it. And this is kind of like a long-awaited product, and a product that kind of came in to replace a lot of like kind of pre-existing products, subpar products on the hair salon side of the market. And so it has a lot of promises. And so before we move into the review, just one quick update on the approved list. The collabs are coming back. The base pomade, black pomade, white pomade, they're all coming back permanently available to you in the coming month of February. I'll make another review for the updates of when that's actually going to happen and how the order and just kind of the logistics of that release, but just want to let you guys know. But yeah, so today we'll be reviewing this new product. Heard a lot of good things about it. I was actually part of kind of the creation of it, but more on the marketing side, working with their business side, helping them out, kind of giving them the knowledge that I know, and kind of making sure that kind of like the pal they had on the market was the pal that they wanted, the pal that they needed to kind of get in there. Because I don't disagree with them. Like the salon side has subpar like styling pomades, and that's why most of the time we don't focus on any of that. And I kind of had the sample product like half a year ago now when they were first developing it, and I didn't like it so much. But with this product, it's actually really different from the sample, and actually was pretty pleased with it. So we'll go into the review, and of course, like any other review, we'll go ahead and look at the jar first. This is the new product. This is BluMaan Styling Marakai First Edition, and kind of other information about the product. This is actually different from the original image they released, and actually a huge improvement in terms of design from the original release. Didn't really like the first design, but this one, much better font choices, much cleaner design. Other information around the sides, no ingredients list. Opening it up, we have the product inside, and it's like a nice, really white, kind of creamy texture. This is unlike the sample I received initially, which was definitely like yellowing. So I would say actually the sample probably got bad before I arrived. But anyways, that's all irrelevant information now. This is a 2.5 ounce jar, and we'll go ahead and start styling with it. In regards to like the scent of this product, I would just describe it as a fresh mint. I know there's something else to it, maybe in the background are really light, intentional or not, but for the most part it's just mint. And this is a pre and post styling product. We were actually joking about this a lot on like the pomade forums, but in order to kind of compensate for that in our way, in the way that we style our hair here on the Pomp, instead of kind of like applying it first and then like styling it, blow drying it, and then adding some more product post, like we're just gonna kind of go ahead and skip that blow drying, or rather we're gonna apply it first, style something like go eat cereal, and then come back and then add some more like in post and kind of like style from there. Basically, instead of wasting time in front of the mirror blow drying, we're just gonna go do something useful. That's part of our morning, which will kind of simulate that thing, allow it to kind of set in to kind of dry, and then come back later on with very little sacrifice. And so when you first scoop this product out, when I kind of first checked it out, you'll notice that it kind of had, when you pull it out, it has some like strings to it, some like stickiness to it, which is kind of what we saw in a lot of like fiber products, and specifically what we saw with like the uppercut featherweight. But that product was like pretty bad. This product though isn't like anywhere as rough as that. And you'll notice that I'm applying to damp hair, and that's something I consider pretty important. So apply to like damp hair. Just get like 1 or like 1.5 to 2 like scoops in there, and really, of course, focusing on getting product down where you actually need it, just not top coating your hair. And what this product would be useful for is styling more of like a textured pomp that actually has some really good texture, some really like aesthetic texture, but for the most part actually kind of like sets in. So not kind of what we know as like a super like 24/7 malleable product, what we know on the pomade side, but This probably gets you that look, possibly even better, but it does set in, and so when you restyle, you'll likely need to use water and stuff to reactivate it. And alright, so with the product applied, we're still going to kind of comb through it and work through it in the same fashion that we do with other products. So you actually don't have that much time with this product, so I'm not going to really talk through it, but what I'm going to do is quickly throw it up into like a semi-pomp and then go out, eat breakfast, let it kind of set in, and then come back. Alright, so just ate breakfast now and kind of allowed the hair to settle a little bit in, and now we're going to come in with another small application. Basically what we did is just split the application process of a normal like product into two different like sections, one before and one after, kind of setting it in. And usually that would be pointless for us with like a nice pomade, but this isn't one because the pomade wouldn't really set in, whereas this one kind of does. And so we're taking advantage of that and kind of, well, taking advantage and also accommodating for it by doing this. And so what we get now is a really strong hold, can be pretty grippy, and I mean, I'm on one side of the spectrum in regards to my hair. It's super fine, so it's really sensitive to like grippiness, whereas I would expect most people to be on the opposite side, and this should be more bearable for them, but it is significant. Alright, and so now I'm going to go ahead and style again. And yeah, that's basically what we get. And so what I style is like a looser pump, kind of like in the fashion of what I would do if I had somehow mixed like a fiber, a clay, and kind of took out the setting of like a gel pomade. And so it's like pretty strong hold, super grippy, like you can get a lot of volume, but my favorite part is just get a really nice texture to it. Not much shine at all, and it just looks pretty nice actually. And so it's kind of go back over it, like the consistency is kind of like it's kind of like a sticky, slightly dry like toothpaste. Not slightly dry, but like, yeah, just like a stickier version, similar to like a toothpaste type of feel. Application gets pretty grippy, kind of like the uppercut featherweight, but a lot less, like not as aggressive. And then the scent, more of a mint. Shine, like basically I would say like a neutral type of shine. Definitely not over neutral. If anything, it would go down from there. So more of a neutral matte type of feel. Texture, you actually get a really good amount of texture out of this product, and it's a nice looking texture, no doubt about that. And the volume, the strength you get is actually surprisingly strong, but like it does set in. You do need to reactivate it with water. It is like a pretty like strong, aggressive type of hold. And so control overall is like alright. For people with fine hair like me, it gets really grippy and it really sets in, so you gotta reactivate with water, and at times it can be a little too grippy and dry a little too fast, so that makes it a little difficult. You just gotta work around that. But yeah, we're going throughout the whole day now, and we'll come back at the end, kind of talk about how well the pomade performed throughout the day. Alright, so we're back now. Let's go ahead and talk about how well it performed throughout the whole day. And as you can tell, I mean, like, things still look nice. It was restyled with water and fingers, no comb needed. And that's like a big advantage of this product. Just like the way of restyling it is actually really easy to restyle, but let's go ahead and take a step back and start from the top. So endurance, like this product hardened like a gel pomade, like what we usually see with gel pomades. And so it really keeps its shape well. But if you start sweating or you do have physical activity, it's gonna fall apart. If you go crazy and do something, if it falls apart, it's gonna like be significant. But the nice thing is actually, unlike gel pomades, which kind of like when they break, they just like puff out, you kind of lose everything. With this one, like the product kind of still stays there, and so it's still present to be reactivated. It goes to more like an inactive state, and if with some water you can kind of reactivate it, get a nice loose slick back, or still get like a nice loose pump that still has volume. And so it's inconvenient that like you can't comb through it, like you're gonna like it's gonna hurt. But like the restyling is different and it's nice. It does harden, and of course it washes out in one go. The scent is no longer present, and overall the texture is nice. Like unlike a clay pomade which stays flexible, stays malleable, and has a really different type of texture, this one is a more stringy texture, more like it's just more akin to like a gel pomade that provides texture, more volume, and is nicer overall than that. And so overall, like this is a really good product. I mean, I really like it. It styles well. I mean, the hair looks really nice. And in comparison to other products in like the salon market that I've used, obviously I haven't reviewed it. I don't review that stuff, but like I have tried a lot. And in comparison to those, like this is like a good addition, because that market is the status quo of that market needs to be broken down. I mean, it's being dominated by big label names that put out subpar products, but basically put all the money in marketing, and the marketing is damn good. Like it's something to acknowledge and something to respect. But it's good to finally see a product to go in there that's new and that will challenge like the old names and like kind of their old mindsets on like hairstyle or products. And so it is a good addition. It is something that is well needed in that market, and to us it's still usable in our pomade community. Like this is something that is really different from what we normally use, but it's still usable by our standards. It's still something that is familiar enough for us to adapt to our own needs. And so very interesting for sure, no doubt about that. And so if you're interested, of course, Hedgeline now stocks this product and is now like available, not like right away in stock available to you. So I would recommend going there to check them out, because I mean, Hedgeline supports us and our community like greatly, so he's always the one to go to. But yeah, so this has been a review of BluMaan Original. And other than that, I know you guys have been waiting for this review, so here it is, and peace out.